I think they're excited.
They're so happy.
We've done a few different cruises in our life, from short weekend trips to like week-long Disney cruise with our kids. We weren't sure what to expect when we booked 14 days through the Panama Canal with our kids.
We were a little nervous that there would be a lot of downtime and they might get bored.
Yeah.
This cruise had some phenomenal port stops, but we actually ended up not really exploring that much off the boat.
We've done excursions in the past, and they are a great way to get a taste of a country. But first of all, this cruise was going through Central America and Mexico, a place where that we've already spent 2 months, and we're coming back to spend 2 months pretty soon. And so we just knew that all of those excursions that they charge, you know, big bucks for, we'd be able to do basically for free when we come back. So we were just so happy to stay on the boat or go for a little walk in town and just kind of check things out.
Yeah.
Party.
Woo! This is amazing. It is so beautiful. Like one of the most breathtaking places we've ever been. I love this.
The observation lounge is one of our favorite spots on the ship. When there's not a whole lot else going on, it's a really great place to hang out. I love coming here and starting the day reading. There's always a selection of like coffee and pastries and other little food all throughout the day. So it's a really great place to hang out, play cards, play a board game. We've seen so many wildlife like jumping out of the ocean from up here. Really an awesome spot. Soon the kids will come up this morning and they'll join me and they'll do puzzles and stuff until we're all up and ready to go to breakfast.
I've always wanted to cruise through the Panama Canal, and honestly, it was really cool. The whole journey took like a whole day, and there was a person over the intercom narrating the whole thing. So we learned so much information about how it worked, the locks, all the details of it. It was really neat.
Really cool. So we woke up super early in the morning and it was really fascinating because I had no idea the locks were even one way. There's 3 locks on either side, a lake in the middle, and basically it's a one-way traffic through each of the locks. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to go through each lock for each ship. Everybody meets in the middle of that lake, passes by each other, and then exits through the other side.
And even after we exited, we had to wait for low tide to be able to go under the bridge.
We're waiting for low tide to be able to go under that bridge.
That's crazy. There's an 18-foot difference between high and low tide, which I think is crazy.
It's just so fascinating to kind of think about the logistics of the Panama Canal, and it felt like a really long day to us, honestly, to get through such a short amount of space, but how much faster that is than going around all of South America.
Yeah. I think one of the things that sticks out to me is like the canal is sort of a historical engineering marvel. Just being around this boat, I feel like, is a massive engineering marvel, right? Like this place is like a city on the ocean. I've just been so amazed as we like look out and see the boat sailing away from ports, and it's incredible.
It truly is. These moments are fascinating, and we're never going to remember all the details, but I'm always going to treasure that moment where our 9-year-old daughter fell asleep on my lap as we were going through the Panama Canal. And it's a long journey, and honestly, she just got a little sleepy. But, this is why we travel. This is why we're intentional about making these trips. It's not only to learn and experience travel, but it's also to treasure these memories that we get to make with our kids.
excursion so far on this boat, and our only excursion was going to a grocery store and loading up on junk for the youth staff because they're our favorite people, right?
Yeah.
And by far, the best part of our cruise
Was the old people. It made it amazing.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
It was such a uniquely timed cruise, 14 days in like early to mid-December. There were no kids at all. In fact, the week after this cruise, there were, I think, 30 kids registered for the kids club for our cruise. The following week, there were 1,000.
It completely changed every part of the cruise. And at first we were worried that our kids might be bored, but they made a couple friends. That's all that they needed. There were plenty of activities to keep them happy.
And it was just so unique.
It was so unique because all of the stuff that we wanted to do on that boat, we pretty much had to ourselves.
Yeah, the lifeguards that were like manning the intense water slide, they were so bored. It was so funny. The stroller parking outside of the restaurants was all filled with walkers and wheelchairs.
Yeah.
One of our favorite stories was Miko was supposed to like meet us at a certain time and he wasn't there. We're like, where's Miko? And he like comes running up 10 minutes late and he's like, sorry, I was playing a card game with these old people.
As we look to book other cruises in the future, we're gonna look for the long ones that only the really old people can book because we loved it that much.